you've written a new book. It's getting a lot of attention called Worthy.
Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett, yes.
He does not deserve what Jada Pinkett Smith has done to him.
Why do I know so much about these people's marriage? I kind of feel, like literally, I kind of feel like I know more about their marriage than I know about my own damn marriage.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
You know, at a certain point, you have to say, enough is enough.
Stop talking! Leave us out of it!
Breakfast Club. So why does she get to continue to do stuff like this? I'm glad they tear her up in the comments every time it happens now.
I think she's having a relationship with her bank account. Because every time she needs to, increase the ratings of the Red Table, every time she needs to sell books, she drops these bombshells. I find it unseemly.
Leave me out of it. Please, enough is enough.
Hello everyone, if you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your second, third, fourth time watching one of my videos and you are not yet subscribed, we already go together. Make it official and hit that subscribe button. But today we are going to be talking about Jada Pinkett Smith and her toxic marriage that she does not want to call a marriage to her husband that she does not want to acknowledge is her husband, Will Smith.
Former husband. Still husband or former husband?
He's still that's still my man.
Okay.
You know, yeah, he's my dude.
I know for many years people have looked up to this couple and they saw them as inspirational, and a lot of people looked at them as a model of what they wanted their own relationships to be. And if you're one of those people who really values healthy relationships, I have something that I would like to share with you. I have been with my boyfriend for over 2 years now, and it was a couple months ago that one of his guy friends actually recommended an app called Paired. And so back then, me and my boyfriend downloaded the app, and today, the Paired app is actually graciously sponsoring this video. The reason why we enjoy using the Paired app is because it's a really fun way to get to know your partner. When you're dating and getting to know someone, sometimes you're not really sure about what types of questions you should be asking. And the Paired app takes that pressure off of you with their long list of games and quizzes that you can choose from and complete at your own pace. They have quizzes about finance, intimacy, conflict resolution, and quizzes to create fun and excitement. And the best part is you guys actually don't have to be in the same room to complete the games and quizzes. And they also have this really cute timeline feature where you and your partner can log life events like birthdays, vacations, or anniversaries. It's like having a social media timeline that only you and your partner can see. This app is really great for new couples who are at the beginning stages of their relationship, and it's also just as great and helpful for couples who are more seasoned and have been together for any number of years and are looking for a new fun way to create really interesting conversations. Getting the app set up is super easy. You and your partner just have to download the app, set up your profiles, and one of you just has to share your ID code with the other person so that the app will be linked. You guys will be paired together and you can see each other's activity. If you enjoy playing fun games with your partner and you really want to get to know them on a deeper level, I highly suggest the Paired app. If you would like to give the Paired app a try, click my link in the description box down below. It will set you up with a 7-day free trial as well as 25% off the Paired premium subscription. A special thanks to Paired for sponsoring this video. Will Smith and Jada always appeared to be a perfect model of marital bliss, especially for the Black community, which viewed them as icons of Black love. A good-looking couple with good-looking children, a charming, loving, and financially successful husband, a supporting, loving wife who achieved her own levels of success in Hollywood. From the outside, we all thought that Will and Jada were inspirational. But as the old saying goes, not everything that shimmers is gold, or as I like to say, everyone's stinks. And Will and Jada's is especially stinky. As of late, Jada has been in the headlines for her new book called Worthy, where she unveils all sorts of information that she probably should have kept to herself, because not only is she making many people look bad, but some of it just sounds far-fetched and made up.
You might not know, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
I talk about this in the book when I go to see him in Rikers, when I wrote about that in the book, and when I had to talk about it, speak my words for the audible version of the book. That was probably one of the more painful parts, seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there. And he was in bad shape. And so when he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers.
Jada is currently on her Pay Attention to Me tour, and she is making all these wild claims, including that Tupac proposed to her while he was at Rikers. Really? The math isn't mathing, so let's take a look. Tupac was convicted of sexual assault charges on February 8th, 1995. From there, he was sent to Rikers Prison, only to be transferred less than a month later to Clinton Correctional Facility. And she specifically said she went to see him. This was not on the phone. So prior to going into Rikers, Tupac already had a girlfriend named Keisha. He proposed to Keisha, her words, in a September 2011 interview. He proposed to Keisha before he even went into prison. They were already engaged. They got married in April. And in the time that he got sentenced and was taken to prison, Keisha actually moved closer to be by him and be by the prison and saw him on a near daily basis.
When he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers.
So you're telling me that in the 3 to 4 week window that he was at Rikers, engaged to another woman who had moved closer to the prison and was there almost every day, Tupac proposed to Jada. But hey, Jess, you might be saying to yourself, Tupac wasn't known to be a one-woman man. He was no angel. Fair enough. Let's see where Jada was during February of 1995, which was, as we've already established, the only time she would have been able to see Tupac at Rikers since he was only there for less than a month. You see, Jada had already met Will Smith in 1994 on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but Will Smith was married, and so nothing happened between them. But in February of 1995, Will Smith was served divorce papers by his wife. 5 days later, on February 19th, Will called Jada and said, "Are you single?" And she said, "Yep." Will said, "We're together now." Jada said, "Cool." And she immediately flew to LA. She flew so immediately that when he called her, she was in Maryland at a brand new house she bought. And she never spent a single night in her new house. That's how immediately she flew to LA.
In the book, she claims Chris Rock asked her on a date when he became aware of rumors that her and Will were getting a divorce. She also claims to have been a drug dealer in the past, but the claim that is making the biggest headlines is the revelation that she and Will have been separated since 2016.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. This interview on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen was taped a year after Will and Jada separated.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
Wow. That's amazing. How do you keep it hot?
How do I keep it hot? Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm baffled, really.
Yeah, right.
Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a committed married couple.
Now, the first question that I'm sure came to everyone's mind is, why the hell did Will bitch slap Chris Rock over the joke about Jada's alleged alopecia if Jada wasn't his, quote, wife at the time? Especially following the public embarrassment Will endured as a result of Jada's
Entanglement with August.
Will not only assaulted another person, but in that one moment he tarnished his public image that he had spent decades cultivating, and after finally winning an Oscar, he got banned from the Oscars for 10 years, all for a woman who said she never wanted to marry him in the first place and was estranged from him at the time the Oscars happened. In her media tour, Jada Pinkett Smith had this to say about the Oscars aftermath.
And so when he got nominated, he was like, "There's nobody I want to share this moment with more, than you." And I was really touched because it wasn't a guarantee that I was going to go with him. And he was like, "Will you go with me?" And I said, "Absolutely." So I didn't go to the Oscars necessarily as Will's wife. But when the event occurred, I knew in that moment that I wasn't going to leave his side. And I knew in that moment that I didn't go to that theater as his wife, but I was leaving as his wife.
So she says she didn't go to the Oscars as his wife, but she left the Oscars as his wife. Okay, so at what point did you demote yourself? Because every time she talks about their relationship, she refuses to call herself his wife. She refuses to call him her husband. And she gets really cringy when asked about if they will ever consider themselves a married couple ever again.
So it may not be the divorce on paper anymore?
There's no divorce on paper.
I mean, not on paper. There might not be a divorce in theory anymore?
Yeah, no, we really have been working hard.
Oh.
See?
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. We might get...
I was trying to...
Well, wait.
I totally missed that on the whole... That's the whole thing.
So wait, just so I'm 100% clear. You were divorced, not on paper, but now we might be at a point where we're back together.
We are working very hard at bringing our relationship together.
Back to a marriage again.
Back to a life partnership. Yes, because here's the thing about husband-wife marriage for me, my healing process. I came into that with very specific ideas, right? Very specific ideas that were blocks to me just seeing Will as who he is. He can't be this perfect, idealized husband. I have to be able to accept him for the human that he is. He accepts me for the human that I am. And we want to love each other there.
Okay, so you might like live in the same house and have the same...
Yeah.
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
Considering that she's an actress, she's not very convincing. She's an awful liar. She's a liard, okay? Liard. That's what I call people who are blatant liars. Liards. Jada has no intention on ever living with that man as husband and wife, and you don't have to be a professional body language interpreter to see that. And what I find interesting is that in all of her interviews, she says divorce is not an option because they still love each other and will always work things out. They are committed to being life partners. But during a Red Table Talk, Jada had a Freudian slip.
You know why I never got divorced?
It's cheaper to keep me.
No.
And she also said this during her Red Table Talk with Toni Braxton.
I'm not mature enough to have a divorce. I'm just not. I don't think I would ever be mature enough. I don't. Because when you have to start going in, breaking up assets.
Yeah.
That right there.
When you start having to divide things, separate, cut off.
Let me tell you, that's when the red table turned upside down.
Will and Jada can say all they want about life partners, soulmates,
et cetera, yada, yada, yada. Everything I'm supposed to say.
But in my opinion, it boils down to money. That's why they kept their estrangement a secret. It's not because they value privacy. This family is notorious for oversharing, like when Jada discussed getting a certain body part rejuvenated 3 times with cosmetic surgery and said that she now had the parts of a 16-year-old girl.
Weird.
The Smiths are a brand, and Will Smith's market value is higher as a result of the image he cultivated with his family, or the one that he at least tried to cultivate. By announcing their estrangement, it would have impacted Will Smith's image, career, and pockets. And if they were to actually separate, Jada would get half of everything because there is no prenup. But like she mentioned, she's not mature enough to take half. She wants to have access to it all. And since her and Will have already consciously uncoupled, she is okay with him living his best life with various women, while she gets to spend the Smith riches and have her own relationships if she chooses. And Will has admitted to having relationships with other women during their marriage.
The 53-year-old actor is featured in a new cover story for GQ and discusses the revelations in his upcoming memoir titled Will. The Philadelphia native reveals that Jada was not the only one engaging in other relationships outside of their marriage. He explains, quote, "We have given each other trust and freedom, with the belief that everybody has to find their own way, and marriage for us can't be a prison, and I don't suggest our road for anybody."
To me, this just seems like a have your cake and eat it too situation. Will still gets to have Jada there as a friend, companion, trauma buddy, whatever you want to call it, keep his wealth, and still date other women. Even though Jada keeps talking down on him and their relationship, it's cheaper to keep her. And in terms of Jada and her book Worthy, I think in the end, she will regret writing this book. Jada was already viewed as the evil witch in the Fresh Prince's story, but she's only worsened her reputation with this book and her book tour. And on top of that, the book is not even performing well. As of the making of this video, the book has been out for about a week, and not only did it not make the New York Times bestseller list for opening day, but it's continuing to perform poorly. Right now on Amazon, it is listed at number 42 on Amazon's bestseller list. The Very Hungry Caterpillar is currently selling more on Amazon than Jada's book. And the book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, has been around for almost 30 years. I read that book when I was in kindergarten. That book is available in libraries for free, and people are purchasing that book more than Jada's memoir. Britney Spears, her memoir is actually number 1, and Britney Spears is not doing 13 interviews a day to promote her book.
Sorry if I seem a little tired. I've been on the Today Show 14 times in 3 days. I am in such a solid, fortified place. You see, nothing makes me feel stronger than publicly cucking my millionaire husband.
I don't understand. Why not just get a divorce?
Oh, no. Divorce is not an option. No. I have principles, Michael. If we got divorced, he could mess around and end up happy.
My own personal prediction is that I believe that they will eventually get a divorce. They have been lying for the last 7 years about being a couple, and in my opinion, I think that they are lying about being happy because, in the words of the brilliant writer William Shakespeare, they doth protest too much. Or if you would like me to say it in simpler terms, in the brilliant writer Jay-Z, I don't believe you, you need more people. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Do you think that Jada will eventually regret writing this book? And do you think that they mean it when they say bad marriage for life? Or do you think that they're just saying this right now to save face and that they're probably gonna eventually divorce because they're too toxic? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you liked this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. On my channel, I do commentary about literally whatever interests me. So if it seems random, it's because it is. I have an interest in a lot of things. I like to talk about a lot of things. If you like a lot of things, stick around and hit that subscribe button. If you would like to follow me on social media, you can find me at NissCee.Social on Instagram. I will have my link for my social media in the description box down below. A special thanks to the app Paired for sponsoring this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.